What the was my designer thinking? Sometimes outsourcing and delegating can feel like it adds more work onto your plate when it's supposed to be making your life easier. You just keep hiring crappy people who can't do as good of a job as you, and it takes so long to delegate that you might as well have done it yourself. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 key steps to smarter delegation so that you can finally leverage your time by delegating and outsourcing to people who you can really trust. It's Amanda Goldman-Petrie, but you can call me AGP, and welcome back to Market Like a Nerd, the place to geek out about business and marketing strategies that maximize your profits while minimizing your efforts. And today I want to talk to you about the biggest barriers entrepreneurs experience when it comes to outsourcing and the 3 key steps to smarter delegation. The truth is, if outsourcing and delegating feels difficult, it's probably because your business doesn't yet have a system around how to find, hire, and train good people. Having owned 2 of my very own super successful virtual assistant businesses with multiple full-time employees and countless contractors, I've had my fair share of good and bad hires. And the success of my team members has hands down always come down to 3 main things. 1, invest your time now to set your team up for success later on. One of the biggest barriers entrepreneurs have around delegation is the feeling that they just don't have enough time to even do it. So they either choose not to and continue doing everything themselves, or they do delegate, but they don't take the time to delegate well. Look, I don't have time to explain this. I thought graphic designers had ESP. Can't you just read my mind or something? Learn from my mistakes. In the past, I used to wait until the last possible minute to hire help when I was already burnt out and the job needed to be done ASAP. This meant that I didn't take the time to set my team up for success, and we always felt like we were scrambling. The truth is, managing a team is much like raising a child. As much as possible, you want to do that family planning well in advance and set them up for success. 2, create a rinse and repeatable system or framework for everything. Another big barrier that entrepreneurs have around delegating is the fear that they just can't trust someone else to do it. And while it may sound like it's a trust you have to form with your team member, in reality, it's a trust you have to form with yourself. If you can trust in your ability to delegate well, then it becomes a lot easier to feel more confident that your team members can fulfill it. The best way to feel confident in your ability to delegate a task is to create a step-by-step, rinse and repeatable, foolproof system for everything you plan on getting off your plate. And once you've created that system, I also recommend gathering up some templates. So for example, email templates for a webinar or landing page templates for a lead magnet, anything that they might need to be able to complete this task. And once that system is created and those templates are gathered, then you're going to want to actually do a video recording of yourself completing the task or explaining how you'd like it to be done, along with a written step-by-step operating procedure for your team member to use in case they prefer reading over viewing. This way, once you delegate a task, you're going to have a system, templates, a video tutorial, and a written explanation of how you'd like it done. It's going to be totally foolproof. There's no way that your team can do it wrong. And 3, qualify your team members as well as you qualify your sales. Another big barrier that I see that entrepreneurs have around delegating is when something doesn't quite go right with the hire, they get jaded and give up on outsourcing. Because the truth is, even if you set your team up for success, there's still going to be those people who just don't cut it. And when that happens, rather than, dwelling on what went wrong or telling yourself all these stories about how outsourcing just doesn't work, what you want to do instead is you want to identify why exactly Did this person not work? Why exactly were they not the right fit? That way you can take that information into your next round of hires to look out for it. Any good marketing coach will tell you that you should be qualifying your sales prospects before you even get on the phone with them to make sure they're the right fit. And hiring works the same way. So make sure you're constantly improving your hiring process to get the best team members possible coming through your door. So if you're worried about not having time to delegate, feeling jaded about a past experience you had, or not trusting your team members, now you have the 3 key steps for pushing past those barriers for smarter delegation. Shh! If you want the inside scoop on the closely guarded and trusted team members I've used to build my own online empire, I'm going to give you the full list. Click the button below to download my free PDF of recommended virtual assistants, graphic designers, technical support, and more.